So some guy put lubricant in my rectum, in my anus, and then started inserting objects. They insert objects and pull it out. They would put objects in my anus and then say you're feeling nice, say you're feeling good. Then you say Asante Samia, Asante Samia. So I say Asante to their president. Then
Welcome to Jimosi podcast. Boniface Mwangi and Agather were arrested and tortured in Tanzania. For some of you that do not know, Boniface is an activist, and the same thing to Agather. She's also an activist. So activists,
and a lawyer.
Yes. So our people always put activists in bad context. They always see them as people against the government. But that's not the case. These are individuals fighting for the fairness in society.
Agatha is a Ugandan lawyer as well as an activist. And then Boniface Mwangi is a Kenyan activist. Yeah. And at some point he was aspiring to be a politician. But people did not vote for him. The opponents won. Yeah.
So when you think of Tanzania, because they went to Tanzania, Agatha and Boniface Mwangi, they went to Tanzania because there was a court case that was going to happen for, how do you call this guy?
Tundu Lissu.
Is it the Tundu Lissu?
Yeah, Tundu Lissu ndio alikuwa being tried, and I think he's from the opposition.
Yes, it was being tried for treason.
Treason, yeah.
So they were planning to go there and attend the court.
The public trial.
Yeah, and see what was going on like any other person, right?
Yeah.
And that's when they were arrested and they were tortured badly. But let's look at Tanzania itself before we were told about this torture and whatever. When you think of Tanzania, what do you think of them?
I see Tanzanians are very nice people, very calm and collected, very hardworking, and generally they are very generous. I went to school with some Tanzanians in the uni. Yeah, they were some of the nicest people. And then when you think of Swahili, then Tanzania comes to your mind too. Like they love Swahili, Swahili culture, food, like that's all that comes to mind when I think of Tanzania.
Yeah, and the same thing to me. Tanzania is always portrayed as a nation of polite people.
Yeah.
When people make jokes about when the police is about to arrest you, tafadhali nakuomba, please, I beg you to arrest you. There are people that do not come with a lot of fujo.
Yeah, a lot of force.
But sasa ni zile za sema, in Swahili we say, za ndani hawezi jua.
Yeah.
The inside things, you don't really know. Yeah. And it turned out like that Tanzania is looking like a country of dictatorship, man. Because the kind of torture that was done to Boniface Mwangi,
it's very
I didn't expect of a country where people talk that polite to do that.
That's something I expect to be done in Uganda. or in Rwanda. Yeah, because when you talk of East African countries, Uganda and Rwanda kind of are very rough when it comes to like politics, activism, and then anything that kind of touches on power, they take it very seriously and they'll deal with you properly. But like Tanzania, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, because Tanzania, they have been having different presidents. This person come in, the next person. So they have more than 5 presidents.
Yeah.
So that one actually removed them from the list of dictatorship, because when we think of dictatorship, we think about one person that is ruling for and doesn't want anybody. But when we see a country where after every 5 years or 10 years a new leader come in, then these are democratic people.
Yeah.
The democracy is okay.
And then the former president anaishi tu kama watu wengine. It's not like they go to exile or something like that. Ama ni juu CCM ndio imekuwa ikirule for a while.
Yeah, so that's the good image that Tanzania has portrayed for long.
Yeah.
And which was good, they should have maintained it. But to bring that to the definition of what is actually dictatorship, is it the leader or is it the system that has been put in place? Like, to me, it seemed like the dictatorship here in Tanzania is the party CCM. Because every leader come and goes. Every leader come and goes. So people are not loyal to one individual, but people are loyal to the party
itself. Yeah.
Yeah. And this really, I really feel that, because me as a South Sudanese, I feel that we should move away from this SPLM thing. Because at one point, it will go to these things of thinking that SPLM is everything.
It's the real deal, yeah. So you see even how the opposition kind of branched from SPLM, because people don't know anything apart from SPLM. It's like the only party that kind of unites the country, that fought for the independence and separation from the Arabs up north. So even when he was forming his own party, it was SPLM in opposition. Like, it just doesn't add up.
Yeah, it's people thinking that when
Because
you form something with the similar name, people will resonate with it.
Yeah, popularity.
And they will like it. But these people, they can actually form a totally new party.
Yeah.
And then they preach it to people. If you form your party today and you have the capacity to be holding rallies and telling people, this is our party, near Mashinani, you go to every estate in Juba, you talk of the policies that your party will do.
Yeah.
With time, the new generation will know of the new party.
Yeah. And you preach things that the current regime is not doing. And given that people are getting more exposed and educated,
sometimes I feel like
these people are not doing what they should be doing.
Sometimes there's a way that a message should be passed in a country where dictatorship or like the leadership of that time do not like any criticism. You don't tell them they have not done this. To me, the way that I will put it, or the way that I expect other parties to put it, is by saying, in our normal countries, we are supposed to be having roads, even here in New Site, even here in Mia Usaba, even here in Referendum, in Shirkat, in Gumbo, we're supposed to have good roads.
Yeah, so that you don't step on mud.
Yeah, and that's what we are going to do if we become the ruling party of this country. We'll do this, we'll do this. In a normal country, we're not supposed to run on a generator electricity, because a generator electricity does not support the manufacturing industries.
And it's not reliable.
That power is not enough. The generator has to rest for some time before, otherwise it will blow up. You see? So when you tell them of things that are supposed to happen in normal countries, and you can do them, it doesn't make you look like you are attacking the people ruling. But when you talk of SPLM is supposed to build road, they have not built road. The SPLM people will start, jamaa sasa ameanza kutuzoea. He's after us.
They'll go after you. Yeah.
So there's a way that a person is supposed to package their message to look like you are not targeting the
opposition,
or your
opponents.
audience, not your audience, your target, but you're putting in a different way, but the message will still be passed.
Yeah.
And there are countries like, okay, there are a few countries. I think it's only Kenya where the party that led people to independence has actually been long forgotten. KANU.
Yeah, KANU, KADU, hizo vitu.
So after Moi, KANU was dead. The NAG Kenya or NAG whatever that led to the Kibaki leadership, and then ODM were formed, and then URP.
ODM is one of the longest parties
TNA,
actually.
after 2000 and something. And then every time people do coalition, some parties get lost.
Yeah, they disappear.
You see, right now KANU, people used to fear KANU.
Yeah.
But now nobody's talking of KANU.
It's all gone.
And that's what people should do in South Sudan. Do you think of SPLM? If it is all for yeah. So as of now, people think it's a right thing.
Yeah.
Because it has fought for independence. No problem. But when party become a dictator, its system, all the system become dictator, is so bad for a nation.
Yeah.
A country can be run not by a specific party. But every 5 years you can be forming a new party and it run the country perfectly. So long as the leaders
can actually have
the
even
vision.
independent leaders, right?
Yeah.
Independent candidates running for presidency, and they can win if the people who have been doing their thing.
If they have sold the agenda to the people and people resonate with the agenda, they will be elected.
Like for example, huyo nani Peter Selassie in Kenya, he was elected kama MC ama ni MP. I think the MP wa huko sides are Western. Kama independent candidate, and he was not even rich. Yeah, he was just a poor guy. Anasema tu nini, his target was wamama, sana sana wamama mboga, and then him too very like lovable. So he will just tell them his things, what he can do for the constituency, and then anawaambia frankly, like, I don't have money to bribe you or all those things, kitu kidogo hapa na pale, but if I'm elected, these and these are what I'll do. And right now he's actually performing more than even these other affluent politicians, when you're wanaitwa legacy politicians who have been in the game for 10 years plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So coming back to
Tanzania.
the torturing of Boniface and Agatha, sometimes I look at leaders. Why do they feel so bad when they're told this one has not been done? Take, for example, if I'm not wearing a shirt and somebody tell me I'm not wearing it, should I be mad at somebody telling me that I'm not wearing it? I will put on it. Done. If somebody is saying, let's say, the activist, if I become activist, Boniface Mwangi is activist, if they say our hospitals do not have enough equipment, can you buy them? And we can all attest to it, because sometimes we see leaders going outside the country to go and get better treatment.
Yeah.
What is bad there that you want to almost kill somebody because they have said this one is lacking? And the reason why they are telling you is not because you are special. It's because you are the one holding the money of the country. It's not even position. You are the one that has been put in charge of our money. Because the money itself is for the whole nation, generated through taxes, generated through
Other
selling
sources of revenue.
Yeah, selling of country resources. So this money that we have here is to better the entire country.
Yeah.
So if you are told, it's not like we are telling you, do this and bring it out of your own pocket. No. We are saying you are having our money. Buy the hospital equipment. Build for us roads. Supply us with good, clean water. What is bad there? You are not being asked for something special. We're not asking you out of your own pocket. So why do people feel bad? That's what I don't understand.
Like it boils down to corruption, because these people, yes, the public thinks we have that money, the taxes collected, but in most cases it's not there, because it ends up in individual pockets. Unaona? let's say someone needs to be bribed, hapa na pale, kuna deals huku na huku. And then you are just using those things like your own resources, sio za country. So when you are told we don't have this, you feel bad or you feel kind of attacked, because if people demonstrate or they want you to do them, you'll not have a way of doing it. So you tend to respond in a defensive manner or with violence. But then I wasn't expecting a woman leader to have such cruelty.
Is really bad. Now unasema
Tutaweka like a small clip of what happened.
You say mama ni mtu mzuri.
No.
Women are, but anyway, so that one is really bad. It's not like she was the one doing it, but so long as she's the leader,
she's aware. And
those one are orders under her. Yeah. So even if people do it out of, so long as those people are not being held accountable for what they did, then she's okay with whatever that they did.
And it's something that went on for days. It's not like just a one day thing and they were returned. Nikitu, they were tortured for days before wakwe nini released. So that means alikuwa anajua. Kenyans actually had to like hack the system. Had the Twitter account, I think Tanzanian police. And then YouTube channel Chama cha Mapinduzi.
How true are those?
They did them, and then walikuwa wanapost vitu za kuwachomea. And right now Tanzania ina they are banning Twitter X. Yeah, in the name of promote pornography. But that's not true. Kenyans wali hack their systems. And then
the thing is, the Tanzania should understand, the leadership, not all the Tanzanian, but the leadership of Tanzania should understand that this is 2025. You cannot ban Twitter when AI is coming, artificial intelligence. Everybody is moving forward. The thing is, our people or our leaders in Africa should learn to live with the fact that now everybody is learned. We can actually question what they are doing.
Yeah, and people have access to information.
Yeah. And the only thing that they can do is they can provide solution or an explanation as to why something is not happening.
Yeah.
You just don't get mad at people and then you want to kill them.
For pointing out what you are not doing.
Yeah.
Then get out of that position.
If somebody say, Bona Atuhaire, why don't we have this equipment or we don't have these roads? You say, yes, the government bank account. We don't actually have the money.
Yeah.
And then nobody will be after you because everybody would have seen it. There's no money.
Yeah. But then you also have to limit those foreign trips, right? Ati nani ni mgonjwa saa hii. Kidogo kidogo unasikia ameenda US for treatment. Kama nini, there was this Ugandan politician. Aliandanga sides za Europe. I think Germany for cancer treatment. Venye alimaliza akapona. He came back to Uganda and built a church. Like, why would you build a church?
To praise the God.
Ati to thank God for saving his life. Like, are you not stupid?
And you went to hospital. Why don't you build hospital so that other people don't go back to Germany, or people that are not able to afford going to Germany will use that facility.
Use that or when you fall sick and then you aggressive, because your relapse ya cancer, I usually read about them and then inakuanga very rampant the second time inakukujia. Si ujenge osi kama hiyo ya Germany, or you bring a bill, table it in parliament and tell them we need to do this, because most of them have these big diseases, including lifestyle diseases. Yeah, and you don't have that medication within. Kidogo kidogo unasikia nani amegenya. So build those facilities within so that you don't have to go outside. Ati unaenda kudeliver in the US. You're going to do normal things that you can have within your own country.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It doesn't make sense. Ati unajenga church. Mimi hiyo kitu ilinikashisia.
Well, if Christian hear you talking, he's against our God. He doesn't want us to worship.
Hapana. It's not always about worship and stuff. Si ange worship nini kwa church yenye alikuwa anaendanga na asiende Germany for treatment. Why did he know that he needed to go for treatment?
Those are the leaders that people choose.
Yeah, it's not good. Like, do something practical yenye itasaidia watu wengine. Hiyo inge nini, unaona venye that information ili spread. You can imagine kama ingekuwa hospital amejenga, the same information inge spread, right? And then people will start questioning other leaders who are doing things contrary to what they are supposed to do. During COVID-19 we saw most of them walikuwa wanatoka. But then when there was nini, hiyo lockdown kila mahali,
They had nowhere to go.
They had nowhere to go. Some had to die because of vitu nini tu. Hakuna AC, hakuna sijui hizo magas cylinder, oxygen is limited. Unaona? And then most of them wamezeeka. So like their health is kind of questionable at this rate. They are not in it, their immune system is not good. Unaona? So they need to like put measures in place ndio wakwe, should anything happen to them, wako na nini, wako na access to those facilities from a short distance, kuliko kitu you have to fly for sijui 20 something hours, 30 something hours.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And in relation to the Boniface Mwangi story, there was a South Sudanese that was abducted in Nairobi, Nasra area.
Nasra.
By the
Nasra
Kenyan
iko karibu na
DCI.
nini? Greenspan.
Me, I don't know where it is.
Iko karibu na Greenspan. Opposite Greenspan.
So people that were claimed to be from the
Home.
DCI, they were in civilian clothes, came, parked the car near the compound, and when this woman came out, they tried to talk to her, and she was not like.
Ni kama hata alikuwa anaenda sokoni kununua kitu or something.
They forced her into the car, and
so what
based
was
on the story,
what was her crime?
At the beginning, people were saying that a South Sudanese has been abducted by the Kenyan DCI.
Department of Criminal Investigation.
Yeah. And prior to that, or in the first 1 to 2 years, Kenyans have been having this issue of people being abducted, people that criticize the government. So I was wondering, was this person actually criticizing the government of South Sudan? And somebody sent an agent, go work on that, and she was abducted. But the story came out later in the comment section that she was actually taken to the police station. And the reason why she was arrested, it was not now a kidnapping. It was not a kidnapping. It was now an arrest. It's because she was defaming another woman from South Sudan that opened the case with the Kenyan police.
Okay.
And like after I hear that, I say, okay, the woman that reported the case to the Kenyan police did the right thing.
Yes.
Because after some time, like if you go to the TikTok, I think one of them is called Tonkola. I don't know the name of the other person. But if you go to TikTok, you might come up across their videos. The kind of word that woman is saying, she actually needed to be arrested again and again and again.
Yeah, like
because it's defamation, man.
Unajua hizi vitu za nini online wars and stuff. Saa zingine I feel like if someone anakufanyia nini, someone is defaming you, writing bullshit about you, ama speaking nonsense hizo live, now that most of them ni wenye hawajasoma. So they just video dena ikituanye nku. They start speaking up.
Yeah.
Start abusing you, your family, sijui nini, dragging you through the mud. If someone does that to you and you are in a country where the rule of law exists, take them to court.
Yeah.
That way there will be a lesson to other people, because there are so many people wenye wana operate with a lot of hearsays. Leo huyu atakutusi, kesho huyu aende akutusi. And then sometimes, like, regardless of how good, like how true or untrue that information is, it's not good. So long as it's not you who said, I did this, this, and this, this other person has no authority to come and spill your tea or say things about you that you have not said yourself. Hata kama ni ukweli. So I feel like these people need to be dealt with through the court.
Yeah.
Just file a case, get them arrested, wanuse jela venye iko.
Yes.
That way watakoma.
Yes, and it will teach other people too.
Yeah.
But the thing is, one thing that our people should learn is that when you abuse somebody, you feel good. But what exactly is it supposed to do to the other person? To feel bad about themselves? That you say this and this? Or for other people to know that this person does that?
He's a bad person.
That this individual is actually a bad person, that people should avoid her or him. No, it doesn't make sense.
It's just defamation, because some of these things inakuanga ni watu hata mjaishi nao. Ni ile tu social media interaction or a few phone calls hapa na pale. You are not like deep friends. And then when you fall out kidogo, people start throwing trash all over. And then you are like, what kind of a person are you? And in most cases you find out when wanaongeanga nyingi, most of them wanaongeleleanga people who don't even talk or don't respond. And then they think maybe huyu jamaa ameogopa or they are afraid. I don't know. Is it that they think they are the smart ones or they know how to abuse people? Hakuna mtu mwenye ajui kuabuse watu. Everyone can abuse. It's just that people were raised differently. Kuna people who have respect for other people and they respect themselves enough not to drag in the mud with other people. So if you find me, I'm happy for that woman mwenye amepeleka watu jela. Acha kimrambe. The next time akiachiliwa after like a month or so, hata guza mtu mwingine tena. Yeah, but then I feel bad for probably akona watoto. So now they live with that nini ya mama yao ako sijui wapi.
Maybe she was lead the same day. Unajua venye wasudi, the way that we handle our thing. But the good thing that she was taken there. And people should... Everybody should be held accountable, man. You can't just be abusing people. Sometimes I see like there are a lot of people online abusing each other. Which doesn't make sense at all. Because abusing each other does not help.
Yeah, and it doesn't make you a better person.
Yeah. As much as there's freedom of expression, you're supposed to express yourself and not express on other people. You infringe on their right. You can't just be this person, this and this, and they never did when you were there. And there's no proof beyond reasonable doubt that this person actually did it. You have the receipt for it. You have no receipt, but you're just jumping all over that they did this.
And then some of them actually feel like they're very stupid because they even mention your name. Yeah. Because like if you mention someone's name, then that's enough proof that you are defaming this person. Regardless of whether whatever you're saying is true or not. It's not your story to tell. And also, even if you don't say the name, your description inasema ni huyu mtu. Like how you are explaining bit by bit. That is not like a very smart way to deal with people. And there's something called cybercrime. And defamation, bullying, and all those things are vices. You do them and someone akikushika, you get a fine. You can even pay like a lot of money for damages because this person is going to be emotionally disturbed. And then people will be now on their business, including people who didn't even need to know like this person exists and stuff. And then you are just putting other people's business out there, whether ni ukweli or not. Like it doesn't make sense. Why? Like if it's that good, why are you not saying your things? Ndio uanze kuingilia watu wengine. Alafu some other people ni wajinga pia because you start commenting on things. Ukiona mtu anaingiliana, pita ni kama hujaona.
You avoid it like a plague.
Yeah. Because wakianza kutafuta watu, siku hizi hata ukidelete post, screenshots ziko all over. or they can retrieve them. So you are not going to save yourself. Just ishi maisha yako and let other people live their lives.
Yeah.
Instead of kuingiliana. And then nimepata like so many women, very idle, unapata tu mtu ako TikTok 24/7 saying things that saa zingine unashanga. These people, do they have husbands? Wako na in-laws and families. What do their relatives say? Wakiwaona hivyo online. Wao ndio wanajua stories za kila mtu.